Epstein with the Morning Financial Update. This update is for Friday, the 9th of December, 2022, and the time about 8:20 a.m. Central Time. And right now, we've got the stock indices in the red. Now, 40 minutes ago, this market was up nicely, by the way. It was up about 130 points in the Dow, to give you an idea, and you were up probably 15 points, not down 15, in the S&P. So what took place is the market's been waiting on the big headline number of the PPI. And maybe we should just go to that and look at it right off the bat here and see what we've got. When you look at it, for the November, we had the final demand up 0.3%. That's 1 percentage point, 1/10 better than the market was looking for, so that's not good. Ex-food and energy up 0.4, double what the market expected. And then you come here to the November services up 0.7. So when I put the whole thing together as I look at it, there is no reason off this report for the Fed not to stay with 75 basis points. Doesn't mean that's going to happen because I'm in the minority. Most people think it's 50 December, 50 February, and then 25s after that. But I don't see this report giving the Fed that leeway. I look at it the opposite. Get your job done, stay with the 75s. It's not an increase, you're just staying where you were. The Conference Board's online help index will come out at 9 o'clock. The wholesale inventories and sales data comes out at 9. And then another moving number is going to come right out of here at 9 o'clock when we get the University of Michigan, the preliminary consumer confidence and consumer sentiment indices. We got to pay attention. At 11 o'clock today, if you're a grain trader, you're going to also get the USDA, what we call the WASDE report, World Supply Demand Report, but it also has what the domestic supplies are going to look like. Now, as you know, there's been an oil spill off the Keystone Pipeline. I believe it happened in Kansas, and right now the pipeline is not letting oil go through it. They've got about 100 people working on it, about 14,000 barrels spilled. We haven't had a spill like that, a big one, probably over a decade. So let's see what that is all about, why it happened, what they can do to fix it. As for the markets, you're sitting here comfortably under 72 at this point. Are we buying any oil for the strategic reserves? I think you're in a holding pattern in corn, wheat, and beans. Once you get the WASDE out of the way, we'll see what goes on. Cotton numbers will be in there as well. Bonds and notes tried the upside, and ever since the report came out at 7:30, they've been getting hit, and in fact, they're near the lows of the day, as you can see in the bonds. I still think that Bitcoin's going nowhere. When I did my update this morning, so far that Sam Brinkman-Fried had not agreed to testify in front of the Congress. That has changed. So right after, just after 6:30 in the morning Chicago time, I had recorded about 5:30. Word came out, in fact, he will next, I think it's the 13th, be there testifying. And of course, he says he won't have his paperwork with him because he can't get to it. Remember, he didn't pay attention anyway, so what does it matter? We then take a look at the gold and the silver, getting a bid, copper down a little. Now, the cases of COVID that you're going to hear about in China are going to explode. I mean, you just read what's in the press. It's picking up. They are relaxing everything, but there's a price to pay because of that. The people don't have the natural immunity that we did as we were running in Europe and America through Canada, North America, through everything that we were getting, all right? They were one of the few countries just went into a lockdown. You don't get natural immunity that way. So look for the flu to hurt and so on. In America, the flu has gotten crazy. I mean, hospital beds, I know in the Chicago area, they are packed with people now. The dollar had a much bigger jump off the CPI and gave it back. So it's up about 11 points. You're down about 25. Not surprised at that. If you are a subscriber of mine, you know what we've been talking about, that you're up at the upper Bollinger Band in the euro, the lower band in the dollar. We could see some profit taking at those numbers, and that's what I think is going to set in right here. Now, I want to remind you, I talk so much about what I give to my subscribers and so on. You can get this for free if you'd like to give it a try. I'd like to put it in your hands. It's simple. It's a free offer from us. You get a couple weeks of it. You get to see what my morning subscriber videos, both ETF and futures, are about, my twice daily reports, my Saturdays, when I come out typically on a Saturday. Sometimes I do it on a Friday night, but I think it'll be Saturday for tomorrow. When I come out and I put out my weekly charts and what I think for you for the weekend and how you work with that. So you'll be getting that from me as well. So you get the whole package, you get the charting software with it, everything you need. Certainly worth quite a bit because we charge pretty hefty for it. Just the futures alone is $60 a month. That gives you an idea. And then you have the Spider ETF. So you add that together in the charting software. It's a $100 value, free. So how do you get this? It's really very simple. Just go to our website, iraepstein.com. And when you're there under free offers, just sign up for that or anything else you want. Up here, just move your cursor, by the way, up there. Give a click on the icon that you see, and when you give that a click, fill out the form. We'll get everything to you. I'm Ira Epstein. I look forward to this weekend. I wrote a pretty big research report this morning already, so for those of you that are subscribers, I have free trials. I think you like what you see. Take care now.